when you feel like giving up is the best time to start again. But we're trying to help out people that we can in the community. That's one thing that they need to work on as a government as well, so that at least everyone in a community can benefit. So hello, my name is Chomba and I'm from Zambia. I'm in Lusaka, Kaunda Square to be specific, and this is Konkrete Stories. What's up? My name is Chomba. I hope also when you know what Chomba, and I'm a biochemist. I studied biochemistry, or I majored in biology and chemistry. Graduated in 2020. I am here in my compound, and one of the things I would like us to discuss is how do we help out people in our society improve their lives in terms of the STEM system education, where we are looking at how best we understand sciences. You know, I think from the schools that I've worked with, one of the struggles that they've had is how do they understand this?
Okay.
Like, it's one of the things that is really hard for them. In biology, they'll be like, you use a lot of biological terms. How best can I get this, you know? And it bothers me to see that our level of assessment is just based on how people are able to express themselves in English or write. And we never talk about how can we do this maybe in a practical way.
Okay.
If we cannot allow them to write in their local languages, maybe they can practice it. And then just,
Okay, I see. So Chomba is a biochemist. He's living in Kaunda Square in Lusaka, Zambia. And he's talking about how do we help kids get into the STEM world? You know, how do they finish their studies when they're struggling to communicate in English? So without us wasting any time, you mentioned that there must be some sort of a solution you've been thinking about, maybe.
yes.
What would you like to do for kids from where you're from, like to change their landscape?
Okay, so one of the things that I've been trying to think about, I mentioned the idea to my friend earlier on. We are trying to find a way of trying to help them understand sciences better. And one of the ways we found, suggested by Jerome himself, was that maybe we can try to use some local language in form of explaining a certain concept, just a bit, although there are certain terms where you can't really talk about them in terms of the actual, you can't interpret the actual word into Nyanja or Bemba, but at least we can try to demonstrate a few things for them to understand, making it easier for them to understand. Yes, maybe that's one of the ways we're trying to bring up to help them understand.
Nice. So in our Konkrete Stories, for us to finally take this thing up to where we want it to be, I'm going to ask him a few questions just about what's happening in Zambia right now. We've had an incident that has taken place where somebody was trying to stop corruption and he lost his life. Are you aware of that incident?
Yes, I am.
What are your thoughts on that incident in particular and corruption in general?
I think one of the struggles that we have as a country is to stop depending on corrupt means to earn a living.
Okay.
Because life has become so hard for us to make ends meet. We resort to corrupt ways of doing things so that we can make something. And the story that happened is a sad reading, especially for a country that is developing and wants to do away with all these corrupt practices.
Yeah.
It's sad that he had to lose his life because he was trying to stand for what is right. And I hope that we can find solutions which can better the lives of our citizens, so that it helps prevent or minimize the amount of corruption that is occurring. And this can also help reduce the amount of crimes. I think a few days ago, there is another man who was attacked just within Kaunda Square, where these, we call them junkies. I think they are trying to make a living, and now they have found no solution, and so they result into that. Most of them will result into that because they don't have where to start from. Because I don't know if I would say we are not doing much as a community. Let me say that. as a community, we're not doing much to help them out. And so they result into that. So somebody was, the ankle was fractured, he was hit with a metal, and it's just sad how the level of crime is increasing so that people can just get something. And just today I was reading through something on Facebook. There is a lady that has been sentenced to 6 months for going into somebody's house, stealing things worth 680 kwacha. The story was saying she even took time to bath before she grabbed the thing. So we see how the poverty is affecting us in terms of the way we want to do things, and usually now we are resulting into things like corruption, like the case of Guntila that happened, resulting into stealing, robbing people, and we really need to find solutions to this problem. Yeah.
Okay. So, without me taking too much time, how did you manage to get into the sciences? So give us a little bit of background. Where are you from in terms of the country, and how did you end up studying bio and chemistry and getting a degree in that?
Okay. So I don't know if you have copper belt. Copper belt kwali wechiwe mbasana. So I was born in Kalulushi in the copper belt. Uh, and my family is my mom and dad retired as early as I can't even remember when they retired, but the purpose of them retiring was to get some money so that they can sponsor my sisters to go to school.
Cool.
And if you see that I have spent my life going to school from the farm. I walk distances where I would walk for about 2 hours to get to school. I would have times where I couldn't even have my supper or lunch, just have something, maybe supper sometimes when everybody's there. But usually it was hard for us to get up and find something. Earlier in my life, I can say I was very bad at school. I remember I didn't know ukubelengasha ishive. I couldn't do anything productive. And I remember I was seeing my friends passing, and it motivated me in some way.
Okay.
So I remember I lied to my sister one time to say I have passed number one, and she bought me all these nice things. After she came to get the report forms, it was bad. I was whipped, but I guess that's where my motivation started from. So from then I moved to Lusaka. My sister came to Lusaka. One of my sisters after she got married. So I moved to Lusaka, and should be somewhere grade 3. I learned how to read, and for the first time I was at Bama.
Okay.
In Kabwata. For the first time I passed number 5. I was so excited, I had learned how to read. I had learned how to write. And the only struggle I had was with Nyanja at first, because I was in the copper belt.
Yes.
So coming here we had that shift. But from then, I really improved in my grades, and I was really doing good with school. One of my motivating factors was the fact that I am able to see people succeed, and I thought to myself, I'm also able to do it.
Nice.
After my grade 12, some struggles, I couldn't get the points that I really wanted. I always wanted to become a doctor, and sometimes I think about it like I should apply and just start doing part-time, but I have come to realize that I can do so much more in the field that I am in today and help out. And fast forward, I tried to apply. I wasn't getting picked until my sister had applied to me at Kwame Nkrumah University in Kabwe. I started in 2016. I did my degree in science, biology and chemistry. I majored in biology and graduated in 2020. From then, it's been a rough ride. Now we are out of school, unemployed. We're trying to make a living. And so one of the things I resorted to, so in 2019, I met an HOD at Minali Girls who was really impressed with my work when it came to delivering. So the moment I graduated, he called me back to say, I really need you to be here. And I remember when I went there, he didn't give any teachers that were coming to 12 classes, but he gave me one. And I was a great teacher for that. trust me, that class was labeled to be one of the worst classes, but I produced one of the best results in chemistry. And I think I also beat him in terms of a score. Yes, if I remember very well, I did beat him with producing higher marks. And I think as a society, there is a lot that we can do to help out. With that said, I have come from a situation where things are not good,
Yeah.
but I haven't let that become something to drag me back. I know there are some times where I feel like, I can't do this. But from time to time, I always feel like when you feel like giving up is the best time to start again. And so I've started, and bit by bit, I'm trying to make up different things, different ways in which I can help out. There is a company I work for called Carpet I am at the moment, which does online tuitions, but usually it's for the rich people that come through. Charges are higher, and so we find that people that are in compounds like certain compounds would not have this level of quality that they would want to have. And so we're coming up with a method of trying to help them where we can upload videos on YouTube for them to learn. I know we have struggles with internet
and data.
especially with load shedding thing.
Yeah.
Yes, so we have problems with the internet, data. People would not have these phones, but we're trying to help out people that we can in the community. Possibly, we also want to find those people that are really interested in the school or in learning these sciences and other subjects that do not have access to internet, that we can maybe get in a group and just find somewhere to at least explain a few things for them to understand.
Man. Just to dive into that, because this is an amazing story that we've heard. Chomba has gone from the copper belt, not doing well in school. He's moved to Lusaka, ended up going to university in Kabwe, and finally got his degree. And then he says he's unemployed or struggling to find work. What's your take on that? Because back in the day, it used to be strive, get a degree, you'll get a job, life is good. Do you think it's our fault as youth, that we maybe are not, hungry for jobs, or do you think that the way things are, it's changed? It's no longer equates to success.
Well, not even a degree. Long time ago, I remember my mom telling me a story to say, it's different now. Is if ngatuapusha ve grade 12 we get employed. One of the solutions is things have changed in the society, and it's not the youths. It's a mindset. Let me say it's a mindset of people that is bringing us back or dragging us back from achieving what we really can. I think at this time, innovation should be the best thing to do. And I think I like the idea that the government is bringing now for, extra Form 4, Form 5, Form 1 and Form 2, you write your exams. So you do at least some practical courses like bricklaying, tailoring and design. Those things will be introduced.
Nice.
And I think that's one of the ways we can try to help, because there are a lot of people now and the jobs are few. And so the best way for us now is not to depend basically on the government as a source of income. We can always do something for ourselves that can become a source of a living for ourselves. So we need to be innovative in terms of ideas. What can we do different from what has already been there? I think a lot of ideas that are brought out are ideas that have already existed. So somebody would just work on that idea, make it a bit better. How can it suit a certain environment? And people would learn from that, and he would benefit from that. So I feel one of the best things that we need to do now is innovation. We need to be innovative as youths. We need to stop slacking. I think the Bible even says that. We need to stop slacking. It should stop. We need to stop depending on the government always to be a source of income. Yes, maybe they can come through. They do come through with the SMEs, although I feel there's a certain type of people that get to access that fund, and that's one thing that they need to work on as a government as well, so that at least everyone in a community can benefit. So they need to bring up a platform where somebody is able to express his ideas, and then they weigh those ideas. Is it a brilliant idea? How much can we invest in this business?
Yeah.
So try to help in that way.
Hearing somebody articulate what it's like on the ground is one of the best things ever. Thank you for your story, Chomba.
You're welcome.
And hopefully, we are able to help you come up with a solution to help more kids in places that we're from, or places like this, finally learn more about STEM or take more interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
And looking forward to what the future, shows you.
Definitely, we hope for the best. I'm sure the program has already started. We will definitely bring it up. We'll be uploading some videos very soon where people can learn from there and at least just have an access or simplified ways of learning science.
Yeah.
Biology, chemistry, physics for them to understand.
Cool.